Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We are, of course, jumping in the queue here and see what's up. Well, let's just go watch... Oh, Skits versus Homeless. Interesting. Looks like the wild drones have just died off, and now everyone is like super over-teched. Although actually, with the two Oride cores, you might be okay. All these frostbites are super scary. I don't think you can get this Blood Rager. Yeah. Why all the rhinos? You have some blue. Should one of these be a wall? Or a vor? I'm inclined to say wall, but I haven't analyzed very carefully. I guess the walls don't provide really all that much because opponent has frostbites, and so the rhinos are kind of like as much defense as a wall would be, but also they can attack. I think you should freeze the wall here, right? It makes opponent lose an attack, and probably more than that. No, maybe they just lose the vor? Even so... Oh no! A polywall feels terrible! It's so easy to deny absorb. I think if you freeze the wall, you deal 1 damage, and you also turn off some attack. Oh no, we're already overtech. I don't want any ferret and sacks. Oof. But I mean, all these frostbites. I guess Homeless has to find a breach pretty soon, or he's gonna lose. Because his frostbites are producing more threat, but he's not doing more damage. Maybe Comet into Fab? Like, I don't think any super aggressive red line is going to punish our turn 2 double dynamo, because we can just say, haha, I got you, I'm breach proof, I'm building a fab and a bunch of Gauss cannons, good luck. So we don't have to worry about super early aggression, and a Comet buys us a bunch of time to allow us to fit in a Fabricator for the very slow value. Which seems good. Oops, sorry. Bumped the desk there. Like, the Comet has to be somewhat early. I don't know. If the opponent... You can sort of deny a Comet value by just, like, not... By being breach-proof, right? Just having dynamos, Gauss cannons, and maybe a Gauss Fabricator. Like... Dynamos are not super breach-proof, but they're a little breach-proof. And you might just say, fine, come on in. With a medium-sized Comet, they won't kill anything too important. Might be a position you could take. I mean, obviously Scorch is a thing you could try. Maybe you build 2 Scorches and a Forge, and then you get a comet. The Scorches line up with the comet, and that's like a little extra bonus. But I don't know. Because I think what I really want is like a Gauss Fab after the comet. What? This Dynamo is worse than 2 drones, unless you're planning to go breach-proof very soon. And even then, I don't think it's good. Huh. Okay. Noted, I guess. Okay, I mean, I still don't totally know what my plan is. I might have to just Animus Blast Forge here. Okay, opponent wants a very quick Fab. But you could have done that without the Dynamo. You could have just gone Drone last turn, Conduit this turn, and be in the same position. But, like, still with more Dynamos in supply. Yeah, opponent clearly wants a Fab right away very badly. I guess the idea is that, like, there's not really any support here for Tarsiers, and there is a little bit of support for Breachproof. But isn't Comet support for Tarsiers? Right? It gives you a ton of soak that you can use to survive while you start building up some attack. I mean, it doesn't do so much against a Breachproof player, but if they try to go too Breachproof, I think you can actually just nail their Fab, right? I'm gonna try the Comet. We'll see how it goes. I think I do need the Comet now. No, I don't. I can wait. Opponent's not going to do anything to me. Yeah, let's get a Splitter and an Animus next turn. Or maybe it should be a Wall and an Animus, because it's not going to be attacking for a little while. They'll have a Gauss Cannon on the way in, and I'll want to defend with it. And it should be a pretty big Comet. Maybe this could have been a Splitter, actually. I could hold it now, and then hold it again on the turn when I build Comet. And then on the next turn build a wall and attack with the Splitter, as opposed to having to build the Splitter and not attack with it. That probably would be an improvement. Well, maybe I just want another wall, actually, on the turn when the Comet's coming in. I'm not sure how much attack they're going to have. I wonder, maybe are you going to be able to defend this? Maybe you are. Maybe you can keep the Gauss Fab alive. And the Comet's not doing... The damage isn't that important, but it like causes you to do some things that are not what you wish you were doing. And then I have time behind it to build up like more efficient attack. Oh my god, I'm a genius. I got the Fab. I don't know. Do I want to kill it? It's at 6 health, which is like 6 lifespan. I know at 5, I think it's like not worth to kill, and at 6, I believe it usually is. But here's the thing. This Fab is my opponent's only source of breach-proof attackers. Their Gauss Cannon supply is going to be a huge issue if they want to make breach-proof work. And so I think by killing it, I'm making their dynamos a lot less good. Right, you can think of this as producing like 7 income a turn, which is a bit better than the dynamo, which is producing 6. It's income that you have to spend on a Gauss Cannon, but also it's extending the lifespan of their Gauss Cannon supply. So I guess they're transitioning out of breach-proof into Comet? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it makes sense to be building a wall now while I'm just attacking for 2, and you already have a 4. It's very easy to defend, so you should. But I'm up on Econ, and I'm able to produce more efficient attackers. I guess you can Comet me. Sure. Go for it. I would have liked to buy my own Gauss Fab. Maybe I could have found time, but I think I'm already producing enough attack that Gauss Fab's just not very good. It's best when you're not already over the absorb barrier because the slowness of the damage it produces is less important in that case. Let's how much damage are they actually going to be able to do? They can buy out the engineers, which is 6 more, and they're losing 1 here. So they have 10, 16, plus 6 is 22. Plus they can buy like 1 more attack, call it 23. I should probably build drones for force fields, of course. And a wall as preemptive defense rather than a splitter that I probably won't be attacking with. I said 16, didn't I? No, 22, 23. This feels like it ought to be okay. I'll need some force fields, of course, but that's sort of what the drones were for. They're not losing any attack because they're defending with all this stuff. That's fine. Do I need more rhinos, or should I just get more tarsiers? I guess rhinos are fine. Although, yeah, I guess not because of the fastness of their attack, but because they become soak fairly soon. I'll want some soak. Like, I'm out of NGs, right? So, more or less. I have one left. The rhino train to defend with is about... I'd like to continue it rather than switch back to tarsiers. Opponent's Comet has actually worked out pretty well, I think. Oh yeah, I can't do that. I guess I'm up in attack and similar in econ. In fact, identical. I have the Rhino soak, but they have Engineer soak. It's very close, I think. They're a bit more breach-proof because they have Gauss cannons and not tarsiers. That's another thing for me to worry about. I kind of think I'm losing. Engineer supply has been depleted. Well, let's put in another... I can't put in another force field to protect these NGs. I can't build any more drones for force fields. That's a big problem. I actually should maybe hold back a splitter to let me save the 2 NGs. Or even 1 NG in a force field? Oof. Maybe another forge? Oh no! I cut the drone and didn't build the forge. The worst. My timing was terrible. Now I'm short a drone, like, for no reason. What? Oh, you want to keep drones also. Yeah, I guess that's true. I can sack a rhino. I can do the same thing. Thanks for pointing that out. I really wanted another forge, even though it is just for walls, which I normally advocate against. Here, like, the engineer supply means I can't do what I would have otherwise wanted to do. I wish I could have built the drone last turn. Oh, man. That's what you get for playing with fire at the edge of the clock, I guess. Yeah, I think that I wasn't paying enough attention to my engineer count. I would have to do something like this to save an NG, which feels terrible. Right? To find 1 more health from somewhere, I have to either absorb badly or lose 2 rhinos. No, I'm gonna lose this game for sure. Oh, I'm out of rhinos too. Oh, that makes it easy to concede, doesn't it? I really thought when I got in there and killed the Fabricator that I was early enough that this was like a really important victory. And I killed a bunch of engineers, they got no absorb. Like, it seems like a very successful comet. And yet, like, my opponent actually got a successful counter comet for reasons I don't understand. And I think it was quite successful. The soak that it gave them, I don't know. Maybe they had already gotten kind of okay value out of the Gauss Fab. I guess I was sort of focused on them staying breach-proof, and from that point of view, killing the Fabricator is very valuable because it means they have fewer total Gauss cannons available to buy. But I'm doing so little actual damage that it's very easy for the opponent to just like, oh, okay, I'll start defending again, right? They already have a forge, I'm only doing 2 damage, they just build a wall. They don't need to be breach-proof. They have a big econ, they can transition out of this into standard stuff. But they have 5 Gauss cannons where I have a bunch of engineers. And those Gauss cannons are pretty good. They do damage. So maybe I would have done better to kill, like, a Dynamo? No, that can't be, because the Fabricator is clearly better than the Dynamo. The other choice would be to kill 2 Gauss cannons. But I think the game is clearly going to go long enough that the Gauss Fab that's, while it's alive, is going to produce some serious value. I don't know, I think I was right to kill the Fabricator when I got the chance. Even though it was late enough that it was not like a great value kill, I think it was still better than anything else I had available. And then I just didn't have enough attack. I had considered at this point building Scorches instead of Tarsiers. But since the Splitter and Tarsier already have me over the Absorb barrier, assuming opponent builds a wall, and I can actually use the green elsewhere by turning it into gold, so it's not like I'm just wasting the green, I think Tarsiers were better. I mean, were those rhinos, like, they clearly weren't too early because I really, really needed the defense by the time they were defending, so they shouldn't have been Tarsiers. I guess, so I could have here realized that my NG supply is a really big problem and lost Rhino instead of 2 NGs to build way more drones for force fields. But I think I'm still losing. Opponent is like about the same in attack, about the same in defense, and they're just up in soak. They have NGs and rhinos, and I just have rhinos. And they're more breach-proof because of these Gauss cannons that they have instead of my Tarsiers. So Was my comment too early? I don't think so. Maybe it was. Like, you want the comment as late as you possibly can before your opponent is threatening to kill you, right? And they clearly weren't doing that with a Gauss Fab. But I sort of thought that I could get my comment early enough to break in and kill their Fabricator, right? Like, they're trying to defend. And if I get the comment in fast enough, I can deny them absorb on the comment turn and kill something important. And that seemed good. Like, how much more value could I really have gotten out of my comet? 2 more engineers? I think this comet was timed. If comet was good, this was the turn for it, I think. So the question was either, you know, was comet just bad, or was my follow-up bad? Or was my opponent's Fabricator first just so good for some reason? And I don't really know. I guess this is a close enough looking game in terms of like all the numbers. I mean, the Tarsiers made me so vulnerable. I would have lost even if all of these Tarsiers were Gauss Cannons. But part of the reason my opponent succeeded was they didn't like waste a bunch on these kind of crappy Tarsiers. They just got their slow attack via the Gauss Fab and then transitioned into fast stuff like Rhinos and Splitters. Once they were already over the absorb barrier with this like big initial investment. Huh. I don't know. I don't have any like really clear conclusions from this game. It seemed like I got a comet at the perfect time, and my opponent got breached and lost a big unit that I think mattered. And then they counter-commented, which I don't think should work. But they made it work, and then they did a great job managing defenses, which I had not done. So, like, maybe, in fact, my last 2 Tarsiers should also have been Rhinos? There's a thought. I didn't see myself as being anywhere near the point of needing Rhinos for soak. But since I'm really just like building nothing but attackers, Splitters and Tarsiers, that is to say, I'm building only Splitters and Tarsiers, therefore I'm building only attackers. So these 6 Gauss Cannons are going to chew through my engineers like in relatively soon. Like, it looks like a big wall of Engies, but they're killing 4 a turn and they're adding more attack. They'll get through them pretty soon, even if all I do, even if opponent like doesn't buy this comet. And by the time the Rhinos have like gotten tired, I'll be reasonably happy to have them defending, I think. Let alone when opponent actually builds the comet, these Rhinos are like clicking for 2 damage, right? 1 damage and 1 health. And opponent really couldn't have, if I had these 2 Tarsiers were Rhinos, like, I don't know how opponent could stop me from killing some Engies. I guess they could lose the Rhino instead. But that would have been, you know, me killing a Rhino, so that's pretty cool. Click 2 Rhinos to kill a full stamina Rhino, that's great value. And then on this turn, the Rhinos would be defending. And it's like, wow, that's amazing. I want my Rhinos to defend very badly. So I guess I was a little bit late with the Rhino transition as well. I don't know if that would have made the difference. It seems like it wouldn't, And I still don't understand why what my opponent did won, but I don't think that change would have fixed it. Well, a mystery, I guess. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.